What's going on, tribe? Look, I hope your day's been going good. I hope all is well with you. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. First off and foremost, back with a video. Straighten this up. That's cool right there. But look, I'm gonna just jump straight into this, and I really hope you've been taking care of yourself through this Mercury retrograde. First off, I just want to jump right in here because this is a video that I'm re-recording this video because I recorded this video before, but like I told you, it never uploaded. And I was speaking some gems. I was giving some really good, you know what I'm saying? I was, being real with you, upfront with you, like I always am on these FaceTime calls. Now, I just want to talk about struggles and, basically lining the bigger picture here to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, anything that you ever went through in your life, anything that you ever endured, or, you know what I'm saying, you ever possibly picked up on throughout your existence here, know that it was never your fault, first of all, okay? Because you, as in flesh, don't exist to the problem, you know what I'm saying? You're nothing more than a medium, okay? You're being used in a way to go through these lessons. You're being used to go through these struggles as a means of legendary teachings, you know what I'm saying? These are just meanings. We are just, you know what I'm saying, we're pathways, instructed through the universe being with the universe being within us, and all of the planets playing a significant role in each and every one of us to, you know what I'm saying, instruct out whichever pathway that planet is instructing out. Now, a lot of struggling goes through with, Saturn, because Saturn is a disciplinary planet. And it enforces, you know what I'm saying, wisdom and, being strategic, and also, to thought out through a means of action and planning. So, it's never anyone's fault, especially when we were asleep. When we were asleep, and I speak heavy on this because, we are still of our shadow selves. That still is tethered to you no matter what. Even when you're awake, you're still tethered to your shadow. It's just now behind the light, of your higher self. So knowing that when you were asleep, when I was asleep, when others were asleep before the awakening, we all had struggles. We all had, setbacks. We literally, we were in instances where, we didn't think that we were going to be able to make it out of shit. I'll be the first one to let you know, like, I can be in the seat of any individual, to be here and say this, because I'm not a saint at all, okay? I ain't have, I never had an easy existence. You know what I'm saying? My existence now is still not easy, okay? I'm not going to be here transparent. I'm not going to come here and tell you that I have an existence that's, as a right now, me being awake, my existence is 100%. Like, no, okay. You'll see other individuals who, show you, they're living their best life, but that person doesn't tend to they show you the real, what they intend to, go through outside of what you see when you just come to watch a 5-minute, whatever, how long video, you know what I'm saying? Because we are not what we intend to show thus on the camera. We are who we are when we're backed away into our realities, into our square, and nobody can see what goes on fully. So being that, opening yourself up to know that, struggles it wasn't anyone's fault. It's not anyone's fault to basically go through what they go through in the period in which they do or have. You know what I mean? It's the fact that you must go through obstacles. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than the Olympics. You must hurdle through so that you can get to the finish line. You must go through the course so that you can get to the end. It's that way. It's set up that way. If life was just easy, being your life, my life, anyone's life, it was just that easy, you know what I'm saying? We would damn near, be where we want to be, especially if we didn't have these motherfuckers, mind fuckers the way they did. We wouldn't have been able to route a a better existence as melanated beings. You know what I'm saying? You and I. And then this planet as far as others. If they didn't also, their minds wasn't warped around malicious attack upon us. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the other descents. So the fact that we have had held back because we have been indoctrinated downwards through the spells of magics, through the spells of our practices used upon us, we have literally been driven backwards to not succeed forward in a manner in which it was prosperity normalized. You know, we had to struggle. This is a means of why we had to live in certain urban areas and deal with our environments that we dealt with forcefully because of the, you know what I'm saying, the means to not have us, the gods, the true children, rise to, you know what I'm saying, it's rise to that, the higher standards of being that does that. You know, we had to endure, you know, childhood struggles. We had to endure, you know what I'm saying, personal struggles. We had to endure financial struggles. We had to endure so many struggles, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that we had to endure so many of these struggles, you know, it left us to, you know what I'm saying, really see the blame as though it was our fault. You know, it was our fault, and it was the means to, like, you know, see it like, damn, why is this all happening to me? But no, nothing is ever happening to you. It's happening for you, okay? Because you play a huge role to up above, okay? You are connected there. So as above, so below. So if it's happening up there beyond the cosmos, it's happening down there. It's like you can't stop it. Even with them having you asleep, you were still going along with your journey. You were still going. You know what I'm saying? You had a period during your contract where you were going to wake up, and you probably missed that date. But in a way, the universe always comes, and, you know what I'm saying, in a divineful way where it will, you know, reveal itself to you through either that of a being, a place, a person, it'll reveal itself to you either through a person, place, or thing. So you have to see the bigger picture now, and being that, you know, struggles are never a means to find the issue, the problem. It's to see that, you know, this is a lesson and it's teaching me something. I'm being used as a medium to go through this teaching, because it's going to further outlet where, you know what I'm saying, it's going to further outlet what I'm going to pick up to have learned from it. You know what I'm saying? You may be in a situation where you are stuck somewhere and you can't leave just yet. So it's giving you the, you know, you're grasping the lesson of learning how to sit still, be patient, wait. You know what I'm saying? Focus your mind to literally make the accommodation of where you're at. Make it to be where you grasp and understand that this is not permanent. Where you are at is not permanent. Maybe you're low on funds. You have to grasp that money is abundant. It's abundant. That means that it follows. Thus where, you know what I'm saying, the mindset is followed. If your mindset is followed to just being a money pincher, or being greedy, being, you know, carnivorous, to just wanting, but you're not, you know, you're not allowing yourself to freely be open to what thus is already yours, which is the energy of currency anyway, is already yours, is powerfully yours. You know what I'm saying? You are a manifestational, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're a manifestational tool, okay? You manifest to manifest. There's no such thing as going outside of yourself for a manifestation. Everything is already within you manifested. You get what I'm saying? You hear me? It's already manifested. So you can never go outside of your manifestational tool, being you, to want the manifestation of anything. That means money, material, third dimensional shit. You can never, ever move outside yourself for it. You can only allow yourself to be the manifestation of what you're wanting to be, and external. So You know, it's just to basically bring good energy here to you right now watching this video. If you're in a situation, you're struggling, know that nothing is, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing against you, okay? And also realize this, that, you know, I'm just gonna give just a small breakdown of myself. You know, I didn't had instances where, you know, I didn't really been in tough shot situations, like very tough shot situations. Like, how the fuck did I make it out of this? You know, and thus, even when you struggle, you'll still have forces on your side, because it's not meant for you to be down with that struggle forever. You'll have forces such as your guides working with you, especially if you're sent here for a powerful, you know what I'm saying, meaning. You're sent here powerfully sent to, you know what I'm saying, do good upon this planet. You go through struggles heavily as a means to just, you know, have them see if you're ready to tackle a task, you know, amongst, you know, you in your light when you come awaken. It's a means to just see, it's a means to just know that you were divinely sent, and you have to scour through these struggles so that you can, so that then you can pick up on those lessons to thus then be open to then incite and revisit those lessons that you were taught and that you picked up on and you went through, to then give that on to somebody else. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You literally are just taking in the struggles. You're snatching them in and then giving them back out as a means of letting someone else know what you went through, to then further help that individual not to, you know, go through those same things. You hear me? Not to go through that. Not to go through having them go down the same road as you. Because see, we're also books to one another. We read one another. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about, you know, being telekinesis, telepath. You know, you pick up on an individual's background when they speak, when they deliver themselves, when they, you know, give on to you. You take in that. And it's a means to just always have each other, I'm falling off this fucking chair, have each other always see the bigger picture and align to each other in a way where it's prosperous. So being that myself, I went through a lot of things that, like, literally, you know, I made it out of, knowing that, damn, these are some tough ass struggles. But those are the same struggles, like I just got done saying to you right now, that I'm here telling you, because I was divinely sent here. I went through so many fucking struggles. I'm not gonna say them all, but just one of the struggles that fucking, you know what I'm saying, that really, it bothers me now, because at first when I went through it, I really didn't. It was something that I wasn't really prepared for at the time, you know, but I you know, now seeing the bigger picture, awake, more down the rabbit hole, more awake, more my awareness and grasping the importance of just a child, period. Like having something of your own. I literally, you know, a woman that I was with, she had an abortion. Okay, fuck them shits. I'm gonna tell you right now. You got a child, you better have it. Don't fucking abort that child. Fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that. Don't do that, goddess. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to be. That is a blissful given one to you, especially a goddess. No woman out here should be a fucking aborting no child. But the instance with me was that she, you know what I'm saying, I was in a situation where it's like, it's so much to go into, but I'm not gonna break it all down. But it was a situation where she couldn't have it, and I wanted it, but she couldn't have it. So we was at a dilemma. And being the type of person I was, I just wanted her to be happy. I just wanted her to be like, okay, you know, I didn't want her to, you know, have to see it as a means of not being able to take care of it, and knowing that I wasn't really financially fit to take care of it either. So I had a situation where I couldn't do what I did. But then it was just something playing out there, knowing that if like down the road, if I would have had that child, let's just say down the road, if I would have had my child, you know, where I was at, I was in a very hazy, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my head on right, because I couldn't really focus a lot. So knowing that I needed more time, I was divinely sent to basically stay on my path and not get veered off. And with a child right then and there, if I wouldn't have had that child, that would have possibly veered me off, you know, because I wouldn't have been then focusing on that, focusing on a relationship, focusing on money, and it would have been like intensified everything to thus then, you know, block my awakening, possibly. And being that it never transpired to happen, and with everything else that sort of came up in my life that when I also played as a block to, like, you know, heavily keep me from awakening, it was like all pushed out the way. And these were trying, struggling times that I was going through. Fake ass times that I was going through. You hear me? And being that I was going through those, I just was always, you know what I'm saying, set free from struggles to, like, basically absorb those struggles, absorb those lessons that I had went through, to then thus, when I come into my awakening, those were always going to be lessons to come back and talk about. Like lessons that I'm not still blocked by, to not be here and talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where you're probably on that same end. You're not going to be an individual to deal with struggles forever. You're not. Especially if you're in the seat of where I was at. You're probably divinely sent to be a carrier of those, to carry those lessons and then thus speak out about them. So, yeah, like, you know, she didn't have a child and I wanted it, but she didn't. And it's something that right now, it bothers me a lot, because being that I'm awake, all that keeps running through my mind is that, you know, is if I was to have a child now, like, the only thing that keeps running through my mind is just having a baby girl. Like, I really want a daughter, like, so much. And there's no pressure there, no nothing. I just truly want a daughter, man. Like, you know, to know that the God Goddess is everything. And me as a God, to know that I have to raise this God Goddess to grow up to be everything that's going to be powerful, you know, powerful over me. That's a blissful ass thing to think about. You know, children are the way. And I didn't have that mindset before, but I do now. Like, you know, because I couldn't see, you know what I mean? But I can now, and it's not, and that's, you know, fuck anybody who, you know, who goes to want to abort, you know, the next seed of generation here. Like, and I mean that, like, that's some fuck ass shit. And this realm, you know, they went about doing that because they know that that's a means to just, like, suppress us even more. Keep, you know, powerful souls from coming here. You know, and that's also that's a struggle for, you know, the ascension of this planet. But look, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I want you to keep taking care of yourself. All right, keep focusing on you, because everything is you, and you are everything. I want you to keep staying authentically. You all right? And worry less about struggles. Whatever you're going through, you're gonna get through it. You will. You will. Because there's no other way but the divine way. All right? I love you. Take it easy. See you next one.